Ein Verletzter!
Yes, it is one Verletzter indeed. Now it's two Verletzter. Welcome everybody to Shakum Gaming and Commandos Behind Enemy Lines. This is the first game in the Commando series, and it's actually the only one that I haven't done on my channel, so it was high time I think I did that as well. Right, first episode we're gonna start familiarizing ourselves with the game. I'm gonna go through the tutorials just for case anybody wants to play this. The tutorial is, well, it has some basics and it has a bit of a video and a mini mission for each of the members. Let's get the ball rolling with the game basics.
Welcome to Aknakari Castle. In this session you'll learn some of the actions that are common to each and every one of your men, as well as the main overall actions. To select one man, you can click on him or else on his face at the edge of the screen. To select various men, right-click on the scenario and then drag the pointer to trace a rectangle, or click on their face at the edge of the screen while you keep the control key pressed. As you can see, when you select one man, in his backpack you can see the various options that he has available at this time. This pointer in the shape of an arrow is the movement pointer. Click with it on any point of the scenario and the men selected will head for that point. Double-click and they will do it on the run. To make the selected men hit the ground, click on the appropriate icon at the edge of the screen. While they are face down, they will be able to crawl. To make them stand up again, click on the same icon once again. Very well. I believe this is the time to check your light weapons. All your men have a 9mm automatic pistol in their knapsack. Click on it to make it the active item. In general, click on an item in the knapsack to make it the active one. This will make the pointer change shape. The pointer indicates to us where we can and where we can't fire, either because the target is too far away or else because there are obstacles in the way. If you wish to restore the movement pointer, just right-click anywhere. To fire, simply click on the objective with a single man or with several at once. Notice that if we select various men in the knapsack, you can only see those options that are common to all of them. Excellent. Let's move on to the vehicles. Your men can handle many different types of vehicles on land, on water, and in the air. To do this, select the men that you wish to have board the vehicle and place the pointer over the desired vehicle. If the men you have selected can board this vehicle, the pointer will change shape. Click on the vehicle and your men will climb into it. Now you can move with it in the usual manner, clicking on the destination with the movement pointer. If you can't climb aboard a vehicle, then maybe it's occupied by the enemy, or else you might be using the wrong man. If you wish to make a man get off a vehicle, click on the photograph in his knapsack. Your men can also hide inside specific buildings. If the movement pointer changes shape when it passes over the door, click on the door and your man will hide inside the building. To order him to get out, click on his photograph. Great! We can now go on to learn about the behavior of the enemy. Stationary or moving, alone or in patrols, they are constantly alert, using both their sight and their hearing. An enemy soldier is always on the lookout. To find out where he is looking, click on him while keeping the shift key pressed. You can also click on the appropriate icon at the edge of the screen and then on the enemy you wish to observe. This colored area that fans out from the enemy soldier is his field of view. As you can see, the field of view is blocked by walls, rocks, and other solid items. You will notice that the field of view is divided into two areas, a short-range one and a long-range one. If one of your men is caught in the long-range field of view of an enemy soldier, your man will be located, unless he is laying on the ground. If he is caught in the short-range view, then he will be located even if he is on the ground. All the enemies on the map have their fields of view. I remind you that the enemy is always alert to any suspicious occurrence. He will react not only if he discovers one of your men, but also if he sees a vehicle driven by you or discovers the body of a fellow soldier. Furthermore, enemy soldiers can do more than just see you. They can also hear you and investigate any suspicious sound. The capability of the enemy to hear the actions of your men will depend both on the distance of the sound as well as its intensity. An enemy soldier can hear your pistol at a range of just several dozen meters, but he will be able to hear the explosion of a grenade at a much larger distance. Let's use the cameras. Using the keys F2 to F7, you can select various styles of multiple cameras. When you have more than one camera on screen, click within one of the windows to select the active camera. You can make a camera follow a soldier or a vehicle, friend or foe, clicking on the camera that appears at the edge of the screen and then on the desired soldier or vehicle. Last lesson. You can pick up items, either stealing them from the enemy or picking up allied supplies dropped by parachute. Select a single man, click on the hand next to the knapsack and then on the item that you wish to pick up. Remember that each item can only be picked up by the man who is able to use it. Okay, officer, that's all. I recommend that you see and practice the individual theory sessions of each of your men. That will be all. Thank you.
Alright, then we are back at the menu. I want you guys to see the tutorials because now I don't have to explain anything myself whereas we're in the game. We're gonna go through now all the individual commandos that we have, starting with the Green Beret. For each one, there is a theory session, kind of a little video as well, and then we have a training mission in which we can apply our lessons learned. Let's watch the theory on the Green Beret.
Welcome to the training camp, officer. In this session I will show you the essential actions of your Green Beret. This man is a real killing machine. Undisciplined, violent, a real torment for any superior, but also a nightmare for the enemy. The Green Beret can sometimes bury himself under the snow by clicking on the shovel. To dig him out, click on the right button of the mouse. But be careful about leaving tracks. The enemy can see them and follow his path. The knife is an effective and silent weapon, ideal for attacking from behind. To use the decoy, click on it to release it, and activate it by clicking on the remote control. The decoy will send out a noise that will attract the attention of the enemy. Don't forget to pick it up once it has been used. The Green Beret can also climb walls and rocky cliffs. When you place the pointer over something you can climb up, the cursor will change to an ice pick. Click and the Green Beret will climb there. He can also pick up and move dead bodies. He can also take barrels and move them, and even use them to hide corpses by placing them over the bodies. The barrels contain explosives. Properly placed, they can be used to blow up buildings, and even to eliminate enemy patrols. Okay. These are the main skills of the Green Beret. If you wish to practice them yourself, select the appropriate training mission. Thank you.
Alright, so now let's go ahead and actually play the training mission.
Welcome to the training camp, officer. Now we shall see if you know how to use your Green Beret. If you feel that you're not yet prepared, I suggest that you select the appropriate theory session. Okay, the mission is simply to eliminate all the enemies and destroy the buildings using the explosive barrels. Then, head for the endpoint. Go ahead.
Alright, so let's start as always by quick saving the game. And then let's see, what is our opposition looking like? We have 2 soldiers in the outer perimeter, a patrol and a single soldier inside. Shouldn't be too much of a trouble. Let's start by killing this guy. I'm gonna try to attract him via radio. You can set his viewpoint by pressing shift. Let's do that first. I could just simply run up to him though. Could I? I think I could just run up to him. You can just escape his view like this. Go behind him. Easy peasy. Let's put this body, I don't know. I'm gonna put it here in the snow. I could use it to attract this guy. Should we test out the thing that you hide in the snow? I do not use that often, but why not? Oh, will I have enough time though to hide? I don't know. Let's see. Alright, I actually do. Let's wait for this guy to turn around. And then we are going to knife him in the back. Easy peasy yet again. Alright, now let's move on into the inner perimeter. I could actually climb right now. I need to pay attention to this guy mostly. Climb down again. Quickly go behind the rock. We will need to hide for a bit. I don't think this guy can see that far. Yes, not even close. And then the plan is maybe kill this guy, place a barrel over here, right on the edge, because that's where the patrol is going close by. I'm gonna use the barrel to hide the body as well, maybe? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then we'll deal with the patrol and with the other barrel at some point, we'll see. First things first, let's see what these guys are seeing. I think I can stand up. You have to be a bit patient with the patrol. You can see these guys are kind of twitching. You would think they're watching straight ahead, but look at this guy. They are kind of twitching around. So yeah, you gotta be a bit patient. Wait for them to kind of take the turn, maybe. And now we can go. Let's kill this guy. I'm gonna put him maybe right here. Take the barrel. Put it on top. Alright, now we're gonna go... Actually, hold on. Do I have enough time to place this barrel somewhere far away from this, because I do not want the one barrel to blow up the other one. Yeah, I think we should be safe. And then I'm just gonna wait for them to pass. Make a full round. Once they reach this spot, you know it. Guns out. I could also place the barrel here, where they make a pass, and be done with it. But I guess I'm just showing you a few of the techniques here, like hiding in the snow and things like that. Or placing a barrel on top of a soldier. Now we should be fine-ish to go.
Hush!
Yeah, that was cutting it a bit close, but okay. Why not? So the other method would have been place this barrel right here on the edge. Yes, and I could wait here while they take their turns, coming this way maybe, and then blow it up. By the way, I don't think if the building blows up that it blows me as well. Yeah, see, it kind of pushes me away, the explosion, but it doesn't really. Only the source of the explosion can damage you, I think. Alright, in any case, we are done with the first training mission, I think. Excellent. Let's move on to the next one. Which is going to be the sniper. Let's watch the theory first.
Welcome to the theory session about the sniper. I am going to show you the special capabilities of this man. He is a calm but lethal soldier. Look and learn. Afterwards, select the training mission to practice. Okay, your sniper, apart from the pistol, has a precision rifle with a telescopic sight. This powerful and silent weapon has just one problem. It has limited ammo. In the knapsack, you will see the number of bullets left. You will see that the sight turns red when the target is beyond the range of the rifle, either because of the distance or due to an obstacle. Wherever possible, I recommend that you avoid leaving bodies in very visible places. Otherwise, the alarm will be given very soon. Okay, that will be all. Select the training mission when you wish to practice.
Alright, let's go ahead and do just that. And by the way, I do have to apologize about the whole, sounding very clippy, very over compressed and things like that. This is an old game. This is how they were recorded originally, and I guess they didn't redo the recordings.
Very well, now you must show me that you know how to use your sniper. If you need more information, select the appropriate theory session. I want you to eliminate all the enemies in this field. And then go towards the end point. Remember to be thrifty with the ammo.
Alright, so the sniper is a very simple one. You just use his rifle to take out people. You can also use the gun. But by the way, the rifle is kind of silent. They are gonna see the body, but they're not gonna see the bullet, is what I mean. And the whole trick here is I could actually run and gun this. just kill everybody in front of everybody else, but let's do it the smart way. I guess let's wait for everybody to be kind of out of sight before taking him out. Gonna hide right on the edge here. I'm gonna kill this guy behind the house, of course. We cannot avoid the fact that somebody's gonna get seen at some point. It is the nature of the game. But we can minimize how many people see how many, so we'll do that. Alright, this guy coming towards here. I could kill him behind the house. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna go behind the house kind of myself. The reason being I do not want to be seen by this guy. And now, probably the smartest thing would be to wait. Can this soldier see over here? No, he cannot. So let's kill this one next. I'm gonna wait for him to go a bit further ahead.
Hi.
Alright, that should be fine. And I think this guy is gonna peek around the corner. I think I'm gonna get a shot at him from here. Indeed. Alright, final enemy remaining. And then we are off. Let's quickly save. You can hide inside buildings, by the way, you can see, as they're noted by the door symbol there. But we do not need to hide. We are completely on the offensive for this tutorial. Alright, which is the end of. Let's move on to the next soldier. Which is going to be the diver, my favorite one. Alright, theory time.
Well, officer, welcome to the training camp. Now I will explain the actions that you can carry out with the Marine. This man is an excellent navigator and diver. In all types of aquatic operations, he acts, well, just like a fish in water. Please watch carefully. The Marine can use his knife to kill silently, and can also use his harpoon to kill at short range. When the Marine enters shallow waters, the diving gear is activated. He can use it to move through the water without being detected. But be careful. If he has been seen while entering the water, then he will be visible to the enemy. To return to dry land, go back to shallow waters and click again on the diving gear. The Marine can also use launches and other aquatic vehicles. He can take them, store them and carry them with him, and use them for transport. Ready? To practice what you have learned, select the training mission. Thank you.
Alright, let's go ahead and train a bit.
Okay, here you will have the opportunity to show what you have learned about the Marine. If you need more details, select the appropriate theory session. I want you to eliminate all the enemy soldiers. And go to the end point, okay? Go ahead.
Man, I love the very ironic British accents. Let's go ahead and start killing people. We couldn't use the knife. I probably should have waited there, but okay. I'm gonna be a bit hasty. Kill this guy with a harpoon. Maybe this guy will be able to see him, I don't know. I might have been a bit too hasty. So we do have a boat to traverse seas, but we also have a scuba diving gear, which is what I'm gonna prefer to use. Hold on, let me switch the UI to the right side. When you're alone, there is no reason to use the boat, because you can be seen in the boat. And I also think the boat can be shot and deflated, and then you can never use it again. Or it might be the second game, I don't remember. But I think that is the case here. Alright, in any case, let's just dive out of water, maybe. Man, I'm being a bit hasty, am I not? Yep, let's not be that hasty. I'm gonna wait for this guy to turn around. I think there's another guy here, yes. I'm gonna have to be careful about him also. The harpoon is what makes the diver one of the better commandos, in my opinion. because you can kill from a distance. That is very, very useful. Alright, and down he goes. Now let's take care of this guy next. What is his patrol looking like? Let's observe. I love how you can hide in these buildings even though they're just props. Oh, he does have a long patrol route. Interesting. I should probably catch him on the... Alright, hold on. We're gonna have to be creative with this. Run now, please, quickly. Oh, there you go. Before he turns his vision around. He is gonna turn his vision. Oh, he's not. Okay, cool. I thought he would turn his vision around this rock. You have to be very careful how they... Oh, come on. What the hell? My harpoon didn't activate. Alright. The knife did. What's wrong with the harpoon? There it is. I don't know. I was able to think on my feet, thankfully. Alright, let's kill this guy next. Nobody's here to protect him. Come on, harpoon, work this time. There you go. I think it does take some time to reactivate between shots. But I was way beyond that limit. Alright, in any case, now, 2 soldiers remaining, I think, down here. Let's see the map. Actually, 3. Have 2 here, 2. These 2 are stationary, they are no threat. Let's go for the tougher one first, which is this guy. I'm gonna do the same technique. Maybe I could go on his backside right away. I am being a bit hasty, I know, but... these are the tutorials. We can manage. If anything goes wrong, we can just quickly reload. Alright, and final 2 soldiers. I don't think they are seeing each other, so they should be super easy. I love how the first game was so simple compared to the other ones. Like, after this, we got the Commandos Beyond the Call of Duty, which has just recently uploaded. These are much tougher missions, by the way. Then you got Commandos 2, which added to the complexity. And it was probably the best game in the series, in my opinion. And finally you got Commandos 3, which even got timed missions and things like that, added another whole layer of difficulty. In any case, I think we are done. Now let's move on to the next commando, which is gonna be the Sapper. Yes, bombs and traps. Let's watch the theory.
Welcome to the theory session about the Sapper. This man can handle all types of explosives. If you use him carefully, he can end up being more destructive than an air raid. The Sapper carries with him a trap, a rather unsophisticated resource, but very effective. He only needs to leave it somewhere, and the enemy that steps on it will be eliminated. Do not forget to pick up the trap after each use. But his speciality is explosives. He can handle 2 types. Timed explosives that explode soon after they are placed, and remote control explosives. To use an explosive of this type, leave it in the desired spot, move away, and act on the remote control. Finally, the Sapper can throw hand grenades, a rather noisy choice of weapon, but absolutely necessary in many missions. Well, officer, select the Sapper's training mission when you wish to put into practice what you have learned. Thank you for your attention.
Alright, man, talk about a commando with multiple uses. Alright, let's play the training mission.
It seems you are an expert in the control of the Sapper. Let's see if that is so. If you're not absolutely clear on this, it is best that you select the appropriate theory session. Okay, what I want you to do is kill all the enemies. Destroy all these vehicles and structures. And get to the end point. Ready? Go ahead.
Alright, and because he's so complex, he actually gets the most complex tutorial mission as well. Watch the number. Let's start by killing this guy by placing a trap. I think it's G. Let's see if I remember correctly. Yep. Actually, hold on, let me show you something more interesting. Instead of waiting, I could actually just place the trap somewhere else. Like maybe... Oh, hold on. I was seen. Let's quickly reload. I could just place the trap maybe, I don't know, over here. Then fire a shot. This guy's gonna come running. I should probably run away. And that is a much easier way to do this rather than wait, you know, the entire time for him to go to the trap. I mean, you can if you want to be extra careful and whatnot, but it's much more fun and much faster as well. Now, so we could do the same thing for this guy. I'm gonna place it maybe a bit closer to this side. Oh, the other guy's coming running. Interesting. I'm gonna get 2 enemies. Oh, he stopped. Come on. Come a bit closer, damn it.
Alarm! Alarm!
Jesus Christ. Where is this guy gonna look now? Hold on. He's coming the other way. Where is he coming from? He heard the pistol noise. That's okay. We can eliminate one with a pistol as well. By the way, there is a lethal combination if you use the Sapper's trap with the green Beret's, you know, the radio thingy that does the noise. That is a super combination. Like, if you can attract people by pistol, but the pistol is loud and you're gonna sound the alarm. So usually what I'm doing here, you can do the same thing even better by using the radio, the decoy, I think it is called. Right now, I think it's grenades time. Oh, hold on. First of all, we need to find the grenades. Yes. First find the grenades, then use the grenades. That is the order of things. That's how we're gonna eliminate that patrol, probably. Patrols are one of the trickiest things if you want to do them silently, that is. In the second game, you can use the traps to take them out one by one. It is a very tedious, but also a very effective and stealthy way to do it. I don't know if we can do it in the first game. We're gonna find out. In any case, one grenade coming up. Bye-byes. And we still have the tank. Yes, alright, cool. The tank is probably gonna be the most difficult one. Oh, hold on. Drop down. Man, the tank has some funky vision. Sometimes it can see far ahead. Sometimes not. I do not know how to judge the tank. Alright, now let's see. Where am I gonna approach this guy? I need to find a spot where he cannot see. I could go behind there. Yeah, he kind of sees everywhere. Or I could go down here. Let's actually try to go down. Yeah, because it doesn't give me a lot of chance to go up, because he's always observing that spot. So we're gonna go down here. Yeah, we're gonna come there, and I'm gonna place a bomb there. Now let's save. Hopefully I can approach. Man, that vision is funky. Alright, let's place a bomb, I don't know. Alright, here. Seems like a good spot. And as you saw, there's 2 kinds of bombs. I call them the good ones and the bad ones. The good ones because you can detonate them from anywhere and at any time. The bad ones are the other ones, the orange ones. And you have only a limited time to run away from them, so you do not really control them. Which is not the case with these ones. They are so nice because of this. Excellent. And I think that's gonna be the end. Hold on. We need to destroy the buildings also, didn't... I think he said we need to destroy buildings. I kind of forgot to do that. Actually, I destroyed this building, so let's just drop a grenade on this one. We should be fine. I'm gonna test the range of the grenades. How far can I throw grenades? Quite far away. Alright, let's make it a certainty though by stepping a bit closer. Goodbye building. And goodbye mission. And now we're gonna move on to the last one, which I think is the spy. I will keep calling him the German, you know my habits from the previous game. Alright. Oh, we have the driver. Alright, let's do the driver first. I forgot about him. Training time.
Welcome to the training camp. In this theory session, you will learn the basic concepts of your driver. The military file on this man is rather sketchy, but with a weapon or a steering wheel in his hands, he is an expert. Now look and listen. In the training mission, you will be able to show what you have learned. Your driver can, like all your men, use a pistol. But he can also use more powerful weapons, such as the automatic rifle, or even machine guns. Your driver can also drive any land vehicle. He can also fire from armored vehicles. To do this, click on the target while keeping the control key pressed. Your driver carries with him a first aid kit. He can use it himself or with any of your men, in case they are injured. If you wish to become more familiar with this valuable soldier, select the driver training mission.
Alright, then let's go and do that. There are a couple of things that they didn't say that are interesting. I'm gonna fill you in once we get going.
Welcome to the training area, officer. I am told that you are adept at handling the driver. Now you can prove it to me. If you should need to go over the theory, select the theory session for the driver. Okay, the idea is to eliminate all the enemies. Take the vehicle and leave the vehicle at the end point. Move out.
And again, we get the ironic British voice there. Nice. Alright, now, let's quickly kill this guy first. We only have a gun now, so not much we can do about that. We're just gonna eliminate these guys as they come. By the way, you cannot see some soldiers like this one. They are completely stationary. Like even if they see a fallen comrade, they will not come running. I guess they're too loyal to their position or something. In any case, we're gonna go and kill this guy, but first, let's retrieve some supplies. I think there's the machine gun in here. Are there any enemies here to see me? There is a patrol there, so I should drop down as soon as possible. And the thing that the commentator there, the tutorial guy, omitted to say is that the machine gun is rather silent. I don't think it's a completely stealthy weapon like the knife, but it is much more silent than the gun. So for example, let me quickly demonstrate. If I go ahead, it's actually saved. I'm gonna have to reload again. If I kill this guy with the pistol, you see the other guys are alerted, they are coming. However, if I go ahead and kill him with a machine gun, I don't think they will. Let me get close and test this theory. If I remember correctly, that is. Okay, see? They are not alerted. Also, we have infinite ammo thing in this game for the machine gun, so we can use it as much as we want. I think in Commandos 2 they started introducing ammo, so you cannot, mindlessly spray and pray. Alright, let's kill this guy first. Did I take a shot? Yes. I'm a bit lazy. Serves me right that I'm doing the tutorials. Alright, now, into the tank. Let's kill these guys. Now, come on, rock. The damn rock was in the way. What can you do? Well, you can wait, probably. Or, you can rush ahead and just murder these guys where they stand. Easy peasy. Right, and I think that's gonna be the mission. And finally, moving on to the spy. Or the German, as I'm gonna keep calling him probably. Alright, watch the theory first.
Welcome, officer. You have arrived just in time to receive the theory session regarding your spy. This man is capable of pulling the wool over the eyes of the entire German High Command. The spy can kill silently by means of a lethal injection. If he finds a German uniform and nobody discovers him putting it on, he will be able to pretend to be an enemy officer. He can even get close to any enemy and then, using the badge icon, distract him. He will talk with an enemy soldier, distracting him for as long as necessary. You will see that the field of view of the enemy is focused in the direction of the spy. Be careful. If, while he is wearing a uniform, he is seen attacking an enemy or doing any suspicious activity, he will lose the protection of his disguise. That is all. Select the training mission to practice. Thank you.
Alright, thank you as well, Mr. Tutorial Guide. Let's go ahead and start the training mission. The final one.
Okay, officer. Ready to practice using your spy? If not, select the appropriate theory session. Otherwise, go ahead. I want you to get a German uniform. Eliminate all enemy soldiers and go to the endpoint. Understood? Let's go.
Alright, let's go indeed. Number 6 on my keyboard is the German. No, the German, the spy. Damn it. I'm already doing it. Alright, we can use the syringe. Then hide the bodies. Now let's wait for this guy to come around. By the way, you do not always have to attack guys on their backside. I mean, you can see that they swing their vision kind of slowly. It is unlike the, maybe the Desperado series or other games in the same vein. So I could go right now, for example. See? Get behind him. And you can do that as well. Right now, these two guys, I could kill them in quick succession. Or I could just wait for the one to discover the other one. Or I could have put a body even. That would be probably the best option. Where can this guy not see? He cannot see at this edge right here. I could hide in the building. Let's use that for once. I'm gonna switch the UI over to the other side so I can quickly click on that and exit behind this guy. And then obviously syringe him. Kind of a waiting game right now, so hold on.
Ein Verletzter!
Where are you going? I swear to God, he's taking the funkiest of routes. Alright, finally he reaches the target. And now I exit. And now I kill. And now I move on to the last remaining guy inside this fenced area. Alright, let's retrieve the clothes. Not that we need them, but they do make things quite easier. Oh, and we also get a general's uniform, which is nice. Oh, hold on, let's quickly kill this guy. Then maybe before the other sees, he's gonna see. Alright, look at him.
Ein Verletzter!
Yes. It is one Verletzter indeed. Now it's two Verletzter. And also now it's the end of the mission. Alright. Thanks guys for watching this episode. This is gonna be the end of part 1. Join me for part 2. We go over to the game proper. Bye-bye.